So today I'm going to be doing a gameplay video on this choose your own adventure thing. It's called MAGIUM. I think that's how you say it. MAGIUM. I think that's how you say it. So I'm going to press a new game. Okay. They say there's a very fine line between bravery and stupidity. As I stand here in the middle of this forest, gazing at all the explosions far in the distance, I realize I may well have crossed that line to a point of no return. My name is Barry. I am 28 years old, and I could quite accurately be described as your everyday ordinary guy. I have no talents, no particular skills, and no academic background. The only thing that defines me is my lifelong obsession to become a mage. It's what I have wished for ever since I was 5 years old. It has been my driving passion throughout my life, as I've consistently amassed knowledge about mages and traveled the world to hopes of finding a way to make my dream come true. After the endless years of searching through dusty what? And weathered parchments, I have finally found a way to do it. The catch? I need to first win a tournament against the most powerful mages in the world. Sounds crazy. That's possibly because it is. But it's far too late to go back now. The only way that's left for me is forward. As I stand here, knowing that there's no longer possible return to my normal life, I can't help but feel quite afraid. Deep down, I always know this would happen. I've been spending the past few weeks getting mentally prepared and making plans, telling myself I was ready for whatever the tournament is going to throw at me. But once I got there, once I knew that there was no way for me to go back. All of my confidence turned uncertainly, and all of my courage turned to fear. I am going up against the strongest mages in the world. No amount of planning could ever really make me prepared for this. But it's too late to change my mind now. I've had enough time to back out of this before coming here. I'm going to win this tournament against all odds. I'm going to do it. I just have to. So this is pretty long. So I might have to do like a part for every chapter. So this is going to be part 1. Chapter 2 is going to be part 2. There's an explosion, maybe a few hundred feet from my location. The fights have already begun, and one of them is much closer to me than I would have hoped. There's no way I could get in a fight with any of the mages at this point. I need to avoid combat for as long as possible if I am to survive until the end. Wait, how much longer? Oh my god, there's still longer. It seems 2 mages have just finished fighting. One of them has the appearance of an ordinary thug. He's wearing a simple stained white shirt, leather pants, and a belt full of throwing knives. His untrimmed black beard hides a wicked smile. Just by seeing the confidence in his eyes, I can clearly tell he is the victor of this skirmish. The other mage is wearing heavy armor, but his shield lies on the ground beside him, and he is barely holding the sword anymore. Take a close look at the mage in the armor. I notice his head is bald, his skin is dark, he is likely in his mid-40s, and he has a scar on his forehead, shaped like an X. I've read of an image matching this exact description, who went by the name of Darren, and he was quite legendary. But would he lose so easily to some common thug? The mage in the white shirt answers my question as he addresses one in armor, while he casually playing with one of his knives. Sorry. The legendary mage Darren, the savior of the Eastern continent, the healer in armor. They say you've traveled the world, saving countless villages for destruction. That you've once fought 10 rock golems by yourself, only to defend a small child. I guess this goes to show you should never really trust legends, eh? I always knew all of those tales about mages as strong as giants were just codswallop. Hell, if all those legendary mages that joined this tournament are weak as you, I'm going to win this by sundown. He starts laughing, but he stops suddenly. Wait, who's there? He says as he turns toward me. I quickly pull my head behind the trees and press my back against it. I try to breathe as silently as possible. I know you're there, coward. Show me yourself, or I'll have one of my knives find you. I see no reason to show myself to you. Let's do that. When does chapter 1 end? I see no reason for you to show myself, I tell him. As he pinpoints my location from the sound of my voice, the mage makes a rather long pause before speaking again. A Stillwater, eh? He says finally. He tried hard to keep his composure when he asked his question, but the tremor in his voice betrayed him. He is afraid. His sudden change of attitude towards me is not completely unexpected. The existence of still waters is one of the main reasons I dared to dream that I might have a chance to win this tournament. Still waters are a very rare breed of mages, so they are known to be incredibly powerful. One of them is said to have destroyed an entire city in an instant some 20 years ago, with only a flick of his fingers. The city of Olmar was said to have been one of the greatest cities in this continent, but was wiped off the map, just like that, in a single second. Such is the power of these still waters. But what is even more interesting about these still waters is you can't I can't pronounce that word. Differentiate. I can't pronounce it. Them from normal humans. Normally, you can just see the magic flowing from every being. You don't need to be a mage to do it, but sensing their magical aura, you could tell how strong mages are before engaging them in a fight. Still waters, however, have the same aura as normal humans, and if you were to run into someone that seems to have almost no magic in the middle of what is essentially the greatest mage tournament in all history, what would you be more inclined to believe? That an average human is somehow suicidal enough to join the tournament only to get massacred? Or that you are facing one of the strongest and rarest kinds of mages that exist in the world? You don't scare me, Stillwater. I'm going to find you with holes, and you end up begging me for mercy. I bet your legends are no more true than they were for this sad excuse for a mage standing next to me. Achievement. I'm going to give you until the count of 10 to get out of my sight, I tell him. Ha, empty words, that's all you've got. Arm yourself, fool. Today I've become a legend. Once he's done talking, I hear the mage throw several knives toward the forest. They all race past me, but before I get a chance to even think what I do next, knives suddenly turn in midair and fly towards me, impaling me where I stand. It all ended so fast I barely even had the time to realize I was dead. Okay. Okay, guys, so that was MAGIUM, and I'm going to be doing multiple parts to this. I'm going to see how long I can get along, but this was just episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. Try to get this video to 100 likes. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.